Alright, cool. This is Dax, August 1st, take one.
Hey, Jeff, quick question before we start. On that Yankee one, it's just changed that for the Yankees are going to jump on the opportunity, and I keep on with the rest, like how is that going to help us with our picks and whatnot, or you just, cut it right there?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to... Okay, now we're ready. Welcome back, everyone, and today I'm here with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and we're going to be looking at the game between the Colorado Rockies and the Detroit Tigers. So, Jeff, considering that Verlander has never lost a regular season homestart against a National League opponent, do you think that this will give the edge to the Tigers?
Dax, I guarantee, out of all the games and all the stats that people will find on Friday night's contest in Major League Baseball, that is the most impressive one, and it really is due to the fact that when you play interleague play, opposing hitters are not used to facing opposing pitchers in that situation, so Verlander definitely has a significant edge in terms of the starting pitching matchup.
Right, no doubt. And now that we know that the Rockies have been struggling as of late, could there be a reason for this? And could it be accounted to the fact that Troy Tulowitzki is not in the starting lineup?
Yeah, the Rockies are set up to play really good baseball in the Mile High City, in the high altitude of Coors Field, but they're really limited on the road, and they're especially limited on the road when playing without their best player, all-star shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. He's a big hole in the lineup, and this team's had a lot of injuries throughout the season. Really started off hot, but now this team's really playing bad baseball and has the MLB's worst road record, so it is a significant loss for the Rockies and a reason why the Tigers are so high-priced in the market.
Right, no doubt. And now that Detroit recently picked up David Price from the Rays at the trade deadline, how's that going to help the team out, during the season?
It's going to help them try to make that push of capturing the American League Central Division and move on to the postseason. And it's a real boost to the clubhouse and in the general management and the front office, showing the roster that it's committed to win this year. And David Price was one of the top trade acquisitions over the course of the trade deadline yesterday. So I think it does nothing better. It definitely helps the team psyche for this contest and moving forward.
Right. Now, I definitely take it that you're leaning towards the Tigers, but the question here is, are you going to take them straight up, or are you going to recommend a play on the run line?
Verlander's statistic in interleague play is very dominating, but he's also been a mediocre pitcher in 2014. So even though a lot of people are going to elect going the run line just from a value standpoint, I really can't trust the fact that the team's going to have enough separation to cover that 1.5, so I'm just going to go a straight money line play on the Tigers over the Rockies on Friday.
All right, man. Sounds like good stuff, Jeff. Thanks once again, man, and I hope to have you here very soon.
Thank you.
SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd. All right. Yankees, Red Sox. Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and we're going to be looking at that Yankees against the Red Sox game. So, Jeff, now that we all know that the Red Sox are building up for the following season, making it clear that the Yankees will want to jump on the opportunity, but how can that help us when making our picks, considering that bookies will probably have a hard time establishing appropriate odds for this game?
Yeah, MLB handicappers need to be careful at this period of the season. There's a lot of factors that are currently in the market that need to be factored in rather than the first half of the season. What I mean by that is the teams are just a week and a half, 2 weeks after the All-Star break. So basically they had 4 or 5 days off, and now there's a lot of new looks in the clubhouse across the league with all the acquisitions that went on yesterday. So MLB odds maker is going to have a hard time placing some numbers on these teams, especially with some new lineup members in Boston. But the Yankees definitely have the edge in terms of consistency in their roster for this series.
Right. And like I mentioned above, the Red Sox are rebuilding for the future, but don't you think that the new additions, Yoenis Cespedes and Allen Craig, could start producing for the team immediately?
Those are 2 quality additions. The Red Sox are doing a nice job to get ready for 2015. Major disappointment this year after winning the World Series in 2013. Cespedes and Craig may have success against left-handed pitchers, but they are also traveling today to Boston for this game. So I'm not going to really expect much from them in this game. But moving forward, MLB handicappers need to definitely account that those are two quality players, especially against left-handed pitching, but just not in this situation.
All right, and now, with the trade of veterans John Lackey and John Lester, the Red Sox are going to be starting AAA Pawtucket Anthony Ronaldo, which is going to be going up against Chris Capuano. I can only assume that right now the edge is going to be going for the veteran player, or am I wrong?
No, you're correct in saying that, Dax, and one of the key factors when you look at that from a handicapping perspective, as you figure Capuano is going to be able to go deeper in the game, he's more experienced, and this is baseball's biggest rivalry. There isn't as much at stake as in previous years between these two teams. But Capuano is a Massachusetts native, and he's going to be fired up for this one because he was a member of the Red Sox before getting let go. The Rockies picked him up, designated him to the minors, and then traded him to the Yankees. He's made one start for the Bronx Bombers, so he'll be ready to go here. So he definitely has an edge and jitters for the rookie for the Red Sox in this one.
Oh, definitely jitters. Yeah, I can imagine that. So, Jeff, tell us right now, who are you going to be leaning on for this game?
I'm going to go with the Yankees. I expect them to jump early on the Red Sox. They have a tremendous record when leading after the first inning, which I expect them to do. This is a big series for the Yankees. They've made some trades. They want to win during Derek Jeter's last year, and this is where it starts. So I'm going to back the Yankees over the Red Sox.
All right, man. Good stuff, Jeff. Thank you very much, and I hope to have you here back again soon.
Thank you.
All right, for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd. All right, and now we go with the Canes and the Cards. Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at the college football matchup between the Miami Hurricanes and the Louisville Cardinals. So, Jeff, I know that the Canes are considering this to be a revenge game, but could you elaborate a bit on that for us, and how are the Cappers going to be able to capitalize on this?
There's a lot of opening week matchups, surprisingly enough, more than any year that I remember since I started handicapping in 2008. When you have a game to look forward to over the entire offseason, it really motivates the locker room. This is the fourth year under Al Golden for the Hurricanes, and they got absolutely hammered in that game. And a lot of that was due to the fact that the Cardinals had a lot more experience and depth than the Hurricanes at that time because the Hurricanes have been dealing with NCAA restrictions. That's not the case this year. So I expect that to be a significant edge for handicappers to realize in Miami's favor.
Right. And as far as Louisville, how is the return of Bobby Petrino going to help them, in this upcoming season? And how's he going to do to fill the void that Teddy Bridgewater left? Could he be thinking of giving Gardner the job?
Well, he's going to give Gardner the job. That looks like all the information that I'm reading out of Louisville is that's going to be the case. And Petrino's known as one of the best quarterback gurus as a head coach, previous offensive coordinator. And Petrino is a comparable replacement to Charlie Strong, who left to take the Texas Longhorns job, one of the brightest offensive minds. So they will be able to score, but I think the problem is going to be on the defensive end for the Cardinals. So I'm not expecting much. They're moving from the American Athletic Conference to the ACC. That's another big reason why I think if you look at the college football win totals, I'd look to maybe go under Louisville's number in terms of wins for 2014.
All right, and now, you did mention about Strong being out of the picture. I can only assume that the defense is the one that's going to be suffering the most here, or am I wrong?
You're absolutely correct in making that statement, Dax. They had a lot of players from that defense selected in the opening couple rounds of the NFL draft. That's how talented that defense was. Put the statistics aside. The true measurement of how talented the team is how many players get selected at the next level. Strong was one of the better defensive minds in the entire country during his time. Of course, he started that development as the defensive coordinator for Florida during their national championship years. Petrino does not have an answer with his current defensive coordinator, a definite drop-off, so the Hurricanes should be able to take advantage of that.
All right, Jeff. So, in my case, I'm kind of leaning towards giving the edge to the home team. But what's your opinion, and where should we actually put the money?
A lot of handicappers make that mistake, Dax, in seeing a low spread in a game that features basically two comparable teams. But when you look at Al Golden's statistics from a spread standpoint, he's 10-1 against the spread in games that have a line of +3 to -3. It doesn't get more competitive than that. So I'm going to look for the Hurricanes to maybe not only cover the spread, but win this game outright.
All right, man. I'm going to take your word for that one, Jeff. Thank you again, man, and I hope to have you back very soon.
Thank you, Dax. You'll thank me later with that one cashing in Week 1.
Sounds good, man. Thank you very much. And for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd. All right, man. Cool. So how are we doing with this one?